everyone. Yes, I am a master's student in the Department of Natural Resources. My advisor is sitting near the back, Dr. Russ Congleton. I currently work in the Basic and Applied Spatial Analysis Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about unmanned aerial systems and how they are expanding our potential for data collection and natural resources, but also just for the general public. Here's a picture of one of the samples I took a couple of weeks ago at a Kingman Farms or UNH woodlot from one of the drones that we're using. So what exactly is an unmanned aerial system, and what can they do for us? So an unmanned aerial system is made up of 6 core components that are listed here. The history behind them kind of came about with remote sensing technologies. As aircraft began to become invented, new sensor technologies and computers came about. They really developed their purpose and use and their capabilities. They obviously have a large military development and heritage. Probably the most common perception of what a drone is or what an unmanned aerial system is a Predator drone here. But if you do a Google search today, you'll actually come up with quite a few pictures contrary to that of more consumer products. And then down here below we have one of the newest products on the market, the DJI Maverick, which can actually fold up, fit in your backpack. It's about the size of a laptop, and it can do a lot of things for data collection. There's 2 main types of unmanned aerial systems out there today. There's the rotary wing. You'll see like a helicopter style that has vertical takeoff and landing, and also fixed-wing aircraft. They both have their benefits and detriments to, depending on what kind of activity you're trying to use them for. And they offer a lot of operational flexibility in terms of data collection. They can be rapidly deployed, so on demand you don't really have to wait for that temporal resolution that some satellites lag behind with, and they also have a lot of spatial resolution, so they're there in the moment collecting very highly accurate data. In today's research and development, they're used for a lot of different purposes. You saw in the one of the previous presentations, they are used for archaeology, fire mapping, emergency response applications. Here's just a demonstration up to 2014 of the explosion of their use in scientific research. They're also here at a local scale. That's the class of 2020. They used the DJI Inspire 1 at the beginning to take a picture of about 3,000 people. I made this PowerPoint a couple days ago and put the Phantom 4 on there as the newest consumer product, but as of last night after I sent it in, they actually just announced the Phantom 4 Professional and DJI Inspire 2, so this PowerPoint is already out of date. And then here's a link down at the bottom. I don't have time to show it, but UNH facilities did fly last fall throughout the campus, and they have a lot of great aerial shots and videos of the campus here. And then I believe a previous student or someone that's associated with UNH went along the Kankamangas Highway and did a lot of video of the fall foliage, and that became very popular in social media. So all new technologies aren't without their limitations. FAA regulations are rapidly trying to keep up with the advance of the technology and how these new systems are used in the National Airspace System, trying to avoid collisions with manned aircrafts. Most of my last summer, instead of spent collecting data itself, I was trying to figure out what the public laws were and how we can use these systems for research and actually get them off the ground. Another limitation for them is battery life. Although a lot of the smaller units can now last for 30 minutes in the air, one of the systems that we use is really advanced, and it uses 2 batteries such as this that weigh about 4 pounds apiece, and it's still limited to about 7 or 8 minutes in the air, so it's really drawing back the amount of information we can get. And lastly, this is a picture of what I see on my laptop when I'm flying it. Signal communication is a big drawback for the system that we use, and going out beyond a certain distance, we start to lose communication with the aircraft itself. Trying to summarize my research in about 30 seconds, I'm collecting reference data, comparing UAV images to what the information that's collected on the ground is, and that's to assess the accuracy of mapping products. So UNH Woodlands collects a lot of permanent plot data. I am flying out above these woodlands and using their stand maps to try and create the same exact type of sampling from the drone to see how effective it is and how efficient it is in doing that. Here's a quick demonstration of some of the imagery I got. This image is taken at about 125 meters above those trees, and the next couple images are going to go further down, lower to the trees in the same exact location. The next 3 are taken about a week before that first one was, so the foliage wasn't there yet. But it's that same exact location, and we're trying to figure out what kind of information we can get from that. Kind of skipping past this, the reference data that I'm using is used in GIS, and we have maps of all the woodland properties, and some of the new innovations that are coming up for this is creating orthographic maps. So we have 3D models of the forest land from our small Phantom, and we also used we created a 3D model of Caldwell Stadium, so we can do a lot of measurements based on the areas that they already have defined. And future innovations is more orthographic models, and then multispectral scanners are definitely coming out. Question.